This is Baby Lion's Back, a classic off-road obstacle here in Moab, Utah, and that is a 1978 Subaru DL wagon. And in this video, we're going to take that wagon on fins and things and try all of our usual obstacles. And at the end of this video, we're going to see if it can go up Baby Lion's back. But I'm not the one brave enough to do it. I'm going to give the keys to somebody else who is.
All right, get ready to hear the power. Oh yes, there it is. Please don't flip over. You know that feeling when you're about to do something really stupid? I have that feeling right now. In 3, 2, 1, floored. Floored. Oh, come on, don't die on me. Don't die, don't die. I'm gonna die. What the heck? How is this doing?
Yeah, I think that this is a line. If you miss it, you can just come down this way.
All right, now One Tree Hill, so the downhill fun. Oh! Oh, just the front tow hook. Yeah, that's fine, we're good. My rust is perfectly intact, just the front tow hook. The little Subaru, as Americans said back in the 1960s and 70s, is basically the side-by-side of cars. It's really small and really light, just 1,900 pounds. It differs from a side-by-side in that the tires are smaller and the ground clearance is less. And it has about half the horsepower, and you can't pull the roof off, and you can't put a winch on it. So it really is nothing like a side-by-side whatsoever. But it is four-wheel drive, and it does have a funny little engine. Under the hood of the DL is a spare tire. But if you look carefully behind the spare tire, you will in fact see an engine. Just 1.6 liters of flat 4 and a mind-blowing 67 horsepower. Now some of the comments are going to say, ah yes, but these had a low range. Some of them did. This one doesn't because they weren't available in 78. But hopefully first gear is low enough to get us where we need to go. Smells like gas. Let me start this off by talking about the trail we are driving on. It's a pretty classic Moab trail called Fins and Things, which means it's very steep. There's a lot of sandy areas, a lot of this slick rock, and a lot of stuff that could potentially be disastrous to your typical modern crossover. This is by no means the hardest trail in Moab, but it's definitely more of a truck or Jeep trail.
I'm in our long-term Gobi Glad. This is our Gladiator pickup truck. Yeah, this has pretty much everything that the Subaru doesn't have except for four-wheel drive. So it's got a low range, it's got a locking diff in the front, in the back, disconnectable sway bar, and an engine that won't overheat. And that means I can go pretty slowly and pick my line. Tommy, with no low range, has got to, well, grin and bear it. See all that? That's where Jeeps and trucks have scratched either their butt or their nose. And this is the V-notch. It's a place where we always hit because, well, it does a V. So you either hit the front of the vehicle or you scratch the back of the vehicle. But let's see how an old Subaru handles it. Tommy's gonna give it a shot. First, he's got to get up this little hill, which actually is going to be tricky with no low range.
All right. How we looking?
You're looking good. Good.
Wow.
Wow. Once again, I'm amazed. It just went and maybe scratched a little bit on the mud flap. That's all. I think you hit your mud flap, dude. That was all you hit.
I didn't scrape the nose or anything?
No, no.
Wow.
I bet you, even in this lift the Gladiator, I'll scratch the hitch on the back. Want to try?
Potentially.
It's time to find out. All right, here we go. Oh yeah.
Cleared it.
Cleared it.
Stock Gladiator, though, would bury that hitch into that rock.
All right, passenger. Okay.
What the heck? How is this doing? How is this doing this? This should not be possible. It's taking every bit of skill I have to prevent this from shooting off into the horizon.
Okay, we've got 3 hard obstacles. We've got frame bender, which is right here. Basically, it's a steep hill with a ledge. So I'll walk you down that.
Yeah.
Then we got One Tree Hill. That's what I'm really afraid of.
Yep, that's super steep up. I've never been able to do it without lockers.
Yeah, and then of course we've got going straight down, ass scratcher, right, butt clencher.
Yeah.
Those two. Those should be okay. I mean, you'll always go down. I think One Tree Hill is going to be the hard one, but I'll walk you down frame bender so you don't bend the frame.
Okay. So this is the frame bender. This is a big issue for most vehicles because even if you go slow, you just come down and just rest the belly on this big jagged rock. But the Subaru might be narrow enough where we can avoid it altogether.
Yeah, I think that this is a line. If you miss it, you can just come down this way.
Yeah, and then we'll just zip on down. There's a thing in the manual of this little Subaru that says this vehicle, although it has 4-wheel drive, is not intended for off-road use. More rough roads or rough highways. I think we are officially out of the definition of a rough highway here. Right, we're about to fall off of this ledge. Oh, we may come out of this lucky. Wow.
Wow,
That was pretty amazing. All right, now One Tree Hill. So the downhill fun is, oh, spoke too soon. Now the downhill portion is done. Man, it's always when you least expect it. That's when it crunches.
A little damage was done. Looks like we hit the front. I'm calling it a recovery hook. It probably isn't. It's more of a like shipping it across from Japan to America on the boat hook.
Let's see what we scraped on. Oh, just the front tow hook. Yeah, that's fine. We're good. My rust is perfectly intact. Just the front tow hook. Let's take a quick trip back to 1978 and think about what the cars on the road were like back then. They really fell into one of 2 categories. The best-selling car in '78 was the Cutlass. Just kidding, actually, it was a Caprice. I'm sorry, I messed up. And you just saw thousands of huge, inefficient rear-wheel drive sedans and coupes with big lumbering V8s that made no power. So that was your typical vehicle you saw back in the late 70s. Or you saw off-roaders like CJs and Scouts, and Scouts were great off-road. Same with CJs, but for being honest, they were kind of tractors on the road. And then if you were really rich, you might find yourself in like a Grand Wagoneer, you know, something very big and heavy. But those were so inefficient, you might as well just have left them plugged into the gas station. Those huge AMC V8s. So when Subaru came along and said, "Look at this! It's a tiny little car. Seriously, this is about the same size as a modern Mini. Oh, and by the way, it's got 4-wheel drive." You can bet people were pretty darn confused by what this was. The engine, some V8? No, a flat 4. What the heck's a flat 4? Do I make my pancakes with that? That's probably what they thought in '78. I don't know. I wasn't around back then, but that's what I imagine. But the thing was, it just worked. Here we are on One Tree Hill. This is a deceivingly hard part of the trail because it gets the vehicle very unsettled. Almost every time I've had to do this, I've needed a locker.
This is where you need grip, low range, and torque. I don't know which Tommy unfortunately has.
So in like the Ranger FX4 we needed a locker. Even stuff like Tacomas we've needed lockers. I've done this once without a locker. That was in a Land Rover Discovery 2 with a big lift and big tires. But this is where things are gonna get tricky for the little guy.
And you may be wondering why it's called One Tree Hill. Well, you'll see. There's one tree and it's a hill.
All right, let's be smart about this so I don't go sliding into the tree, which tends to happen here. Ran out of power. Okay. I'm gonna have to give it just a wee bit of a run here. Okay, so first gear. Yeah, I know, I don't want to get a run at it though. That's how you break stuff, getting runs at it. I'm gonna floor it. Floored. Oh, man. That was tricky.
That Subaru should not be able to do that. It's like a happy little puppy dog. It just, whoop, whoop, whoop. How can I go up this hill? I can't wait to go up this hill. And I go up this hill. So cool.
You know what's next, Dad?
I don't know what's next, dude.
King of the Hammers. That's where we're taking the Subaru next year.
Yeah, I think all it needs is just a little bit more rubber and we're good.
Yeah, let's put on some better tires for it next time because these street tires are starting to lose traction a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit more rubber, we're good.
Guys, look at that view. That's amazing. It's almost like a Subaru commercial.
The 1978 Subaru DL is built to take you where your caprice won't. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way.
All right, so there's a hugely lifted Cherokee behind me, so I suppose I better get out of its way. The only way the Subaru knows how. Slowly and very uncomfortably. All right, let me engage my hill descent control. Oh, I don't have hill descent control. Okay, well, let me make sure my airbags are working. Don't have airbags. Oh, it's so steep!
Oh my, look at the little guy going.
Is it gonna stall? I bet it's gonna stall. Oh, good. Yep, there goes the engine. Oh, on the really steep stuff, the little carburetor can't quite keep up, so let me restart it. There we go. We're back. Oh, it smells like gas every time it stalls too. Poor little engine probably plugs.
That's awesome. You're out of your mind with that thing out here.
So Tommy just went down Butt Clencher, and I'm going to show you just how steep it is by using the Jeep's off-road pages so you can get pitch and roll. So check it out. I'm going down the same little descent that Tommy just did in the Subaru on much bigger tires that are much stickier, but there you go. This is what 30 degrees feels like. Woohoo! It's like a ride at Disney.
All right, one more obstacle, the ass scratcher. Dad, do you think this one will scratch?
I don't know. Come on, why would it scratch? It's got a lift on it.
Yeah, it'll scratch. It'll scratch. Just you wait.
So Tommy, before we take our individual vehicles down Butt Scratcher, I have a challenge for you guys, and we will make you, I promise, YouTube famous.
Okay.
And the challenge is a very simple one.
Yep.
If any of you guys can do this exact same route, the first half of Fins and Things, in a new Subaru Outback,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the grandfather of the Subaru Outback,
Right.
with a CVT and triple X secret mode or whatever it has,
Yeah.
then we will publish your video on our channel and make you YouTube famous.
Can it be modified?
Can't be modified. Is this modified?
No, it has to be stock.
Has to be stock.
Okay, yeah, that's a good challenge. I like that.
Yeah. All right. I'll even, you know what? I'll even give you modified. If you want it modified with bigger tires and a lift, I'll still give you that. We'll publish it. We'll make you famous. That is your challenge. Let's see if a new Subaru Outback can actually do the same thing that its great grandfather did. I'm curious.
Yeah, let's see. All right, now for the ass scratcher. This is where a new car would definitely struggle, a new Subaru, especially an Outback with those long overhangs. This car, however, has very short overhangs. So let's see what happens.
This is baby butt scratcher, and then I just call it ass scratcher. There's two of them. And every time we go down this, we've always hit the back end of the car. That's why it's called ass scratcher. I think the worst that's going to happen with the Subaru is it's going to die because of the carburetor.
Carburetor is not happy going downhill. Notice that for sure. Oh, come on. Nice car. Scrape on the way back. Wow,
Hey!
I didn't scrape on that one.
You hit your mud flap, dude.
Mud flaps are fine, those can scrape. Now here's the really scary part. This one's basically vertical down. It's hard for me to describe how steep this is, but it's steep. Very steep.
Look at all those white lines. See all those white lines? That's where everybody scrapes. So, or you can also bury your nose in. That's the other thing that happens. Last time we were here, there was a Jeep that snapped one of its control arms.
All right.
That's how steep that is.
Come on,
Look
come
at
on.
Tommy go. He's sliding, but he's not.
Engine's still running, that's good.
Oh! Oh, a little bit of hitting.
Scrape the front
You
there.
might hit the tail.
How about the
Exhaust,
rear?
you might hit it.
Oh, we made it down.
So the worst thing that happened is he buried the nose just a little bit and he scratched his spark arrestor. Now, of course, the question is, how will the Jeep do? I have complete and utter confidence in the Gladiator.
All right, here comes our lifted Gladiator Rubicon.
No problem. Is it gonna scrape? Nope, no scraping.
No scraping on the mini butt scratcher.
Nah. Here's the harder one. Let's see how steep this is. I'll show you, pitch-wise. I'm not gonna scrape, Tommy, no way!
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 15, 20, 23, 24, 27. Are we gonna go past 30 yet? Oh, it's sliding.
Wow.
Did I hit the nose?
No nose.
All right, how about the hitch? This is where it's gonna scrape.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Oh, that was a big scrape. Bigger than the Subaru, I'd say. That at departure angle is still not very good.
You know what? The vehicle that keeps surprising me is a Subaru and not the Gladiator.
I know, this is always meant to do this, but that Subaru is just an affordable little economy car back in the day.
All right, one more challenge, and not the one we just threw out there. You got to go up baby lines back.
All right.
All right, let's go do the last challenge of the day and see if it can do it. I don't think it'll do it, Tommy.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Please don't flip over. You know that feeling when you're about to do something really stupid? I have that feeling right now. In 3, 2, 1, floored. Floored. Oh, come on, don't die on me. Don't die. How good it died. Oh, I made it almost up. I guess I can give it one more try. This is only like a 40-degree angle. It's still running actually, which is pretty good for a carburetor. Oh man, this is the most stressed out I've ever been off-road. I've done the Rubicon Trail twice, and this is a lot scarier than that, let me tell you what. The issue is that I don't have enough power, or torque really. It's really torque I'm missing to get up this hill comfortably. So, floored in 3. Go, come on little car, oh yes, wow, the power of lightweight right there. Whew. God, that had me scared. But we did it, little Subaru did it, I can't believe it. All right, here comes my dad in the support truck, and you can really see his sense of how steep it is. He's in low range right now. diff locked, I think, as well. Yeah, that's an off. This is not a road now. This is officially a trail. One hell of a trail at that.
Holy cannoli, Tommy! You made it up. I know our support vehicle could do this in its sleep, but a 78 Subaru? Oh my god, that is so cool!
Yeah, genuinely shocked. And actually the carburetor didn't even kill the engine up that hill. That was amazing.
You know, maybe off-roading wasn't so primitive back in 1978. Maybe it was more refined than we believe.
Refine's a stretch, but at least you'd get to your destination.
Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want to see a 1978 Subaru taking on some of the hardest obstacles in Moab, Utah, there is only one channel. I mean that. There is only one channel where you can do that on YouTube, and that is right here.
There's only one issue.
Right.
You got to get back down.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you do that. I'll take the support vehicle.
All right. Well, let's give this a whirl. Potentially roll it over. Don't want to do that. Oh, brakes are good. Oh, that's not. Oh, the engine's died. It's too steep for it. Oh, I'm breathed. That was easy. It was fine. Wasn't stressed at all. Oh yes. Come on. We're clear. What a laugh. Oh, my heart is pounding. Made it down the hill. Now let's stick her back into front wheel drive and hit the pavement for new adventures.